It's time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host Ben. Now let's dive in. So today we're going to be taking a look at the 1-year daily charts on all of the cryptos because we have had some nice moves and we need to see how the EMAs are looking as well as the price action. So Bitcoin did crack out of that triangle that it was in yesterday down to the bottom. But still trying to hold 40,000 support. We need to see it hold 40,000. If it cracks back below 40,000, we could easily have a pullback to 38.50 where the 10-day is, or to the next EMA there at 36. The 10-day has crossed over the 200 for the first time since the initial big drop. So that is a nice bullish sign if it can continue to hold above the 200. And if Bitcoin holds above 40,000 and can curl back up to test this downtrend, that 10-day will continue to cross, and then the 50-day will start coming up to cross. So we're almost bullish on Bitcoin, but still need this 50-day to pull up above the 200. So it does look like this may be some very strong resistance at the downtrend, which if you look back at where this bottom support is and the downtrend is at, it's almost a big triangle. So if it does pull back, it would pull back to 30,000 again before maybe coming back up to test that. That is not what we want to see, though. We do not want to see it push all these EMAs down and start to go bearish again. We're getting momentum, looking good even with this little pullback today. Over the next couple of days, though, we do need to see Bitcoin up to 45,000. Ethereum is on fire, and the 10-day has crossed the 200 and the 50. The EMAs are lined up the way they need to be for another bull run, and we're above that 2,500. So Ethereum is looking very good to get back up to 3,000 here soon. Ethereum is actually bullish above all indicators on the daily chart for the first time since the big sell-off. This is a very good show of strength out of Ethereum right now. Even if it does have a pullback, it still has that 2,400 to hold it up for it to curl back around and push up some more. But so far, nothing but buying volume coming in here over the last week and a half. Cardano on the daily, we are over this downtrend, so we can take that out. We are still in this little triangle. It has been testing both support and resistances, but the 10-day is getting close to a crossover on the 50, and that's pretty much what we're waiting to see. And out of this triangle, which we did have a little pop up to 140, if it holds above this triangle for another day, we should see it make another move up. There is some selling pressure, but there is also some clear buying pressure as well. This is almost like a squeeze in the stock market. So it looks like it's going to pop. It's getting tighter and tighter and tighter where the buying and selling pressure is tug of war and back and forth. So this is going to explode either up or down, and probably a decent sized explosion. I'm still comfortable with the price target of $5 on this in maybe another month or two. Unless we get real hot in the crypto markets, it could be sooner. So I'm still holding my CGLD swing. It did get all the way up to 286, hitting that 50-day moving average before getting this pullback today. So it is still in this triangle, just looking for it to break out. The 10-day is also holding up as some support right there, right on the outside of the triangle bottom. So if buying volume comes back in the CGLD, it's just got to break the 50-day moving average at 285, and we could see it test 3 and maybe push to the 200 at 320. If it cracks below the 10, though, I'm going to lock this out. So I'm trying to give it a little bit more time here today to see which way it's going to go. Today's top gainer, ANKR, ANKR. This thing has been on a rip just like Ethereum. Shot up, but now we've got a crossover of all the EMAs. The 10-day crossing the 50 and the 200 at the same time. This thing ripping up to 10 cents, which we were predicting would happen out of this break of the 50-day and all this resistance right through here. So 10 cents is going to be some strong resistance. I would expect a little pullback, maybe back to 9 before it tries to come back up again and break 10 cents. But above all EMAs now, back bullish here on the daily chart. You can see the buying volume that's been coming in over the past week. Polkadot is still a ways from being bullish, but it has had some very strong buying volume, pushing it up all the way to 20 the last 2 weeks, which that's exactly what we were looking for. Moved back up to 20. So above that little channel there, nice breakout above the channel. If Polkadot can break 20, then we'll see a break of the 200, and it'll probably make a move back up to this $25 to $30 area. And then that would drag the EMA, the 10-day EMA across these other two to get that crossover. But looks like we're getting held up at that $20 area as some strong resistance. So probably be a day or two of consolidation before we see that next leg up on Polkadot. But nice move so far. Filecoin breaking its downtrend, still bearish on the daily chart below the 50-day. Got rejected at the 50-day at that 57. But the 10-day is pointing up. We're testing that 50-day. We'll probably consolidate a little bit more. Looks like we're kind of getting tight between the two EMAs there. And the tighter that gets, the more likely this is going to pop up to that 200-day moving average to $70. So still some room on Filecoin if you're looking for a swing. I am in Filecoin looking for that push up to 70. OXT is one to keep on watch. It's got the 50-day there and this downtrend together. It did try to test both of those, but got rejected at 30 cents. Making a little bit of a curl here. If it can hold the 10-day and go for another test and break that, it's got room up to 40 cents at the 200-day moving average. So there's a good bit of space there if that does get the break for some decent profits for a swing trade. So OXT is definitely going to keep an eye on for that. MATIC still holding above that 105 area. A little pullback today so far. But the 10-day is close to crossing back over the 50. If this can push back over 120, we could get that crossover, and MATIC would be back fully bullish on the daily chart, which means it could really get going back up to that $2 area. Still a ways to go because it does need to break out of the top of this channel at that 125. Mana token, which is the Decentraland token, is above all EMAs, and the EMAs have crossed the where they need to be, so it actually is looking kind of bullish at the moment. Had an indecision candle there yesterday, today selling off some, so this could lead to a sell-off if this continues to stay red and cracks the 10-day. If by the end of the day it pushes back up and turns green, then we're probably going to see a pop-up on Mana, but this is one to be aware of for a possible move. And last time Mana started running, it had some big moves, so maybe one to keep on watch. THETA in a triangle of consolidation, very, very close to this tip. So we're either going to get a big breakout here soon on THETA, which if that breakout comes would push it above the 200 and the 50-day, or it's going to drop back off to this 450 area. You can see a lot of selling pressure with these upper wicks on every one of these candles, but we do have the lower wicks, so kind of like the other crypto we were talking about where it looks like a squeeze. That's what's happening to THETA on this, so probably going to have a nice size move. Gitcoin is in a big U shape here, break of $9. We could see it up to 10 and then break up 10. Gitcoin could really go bullish and start pushing back up towards that $20 area. Just need to see this $9 to $10 resistance zone break, and Gitcoin could get going. But that is a lot of resistance, pretty wide resistance zone. So it could have a pullback. It was already getting rejected here, but it needs to at least break over 9 here in the next day or two. The cryptos that are over all the EMAs on the daily chart have the best chances of going bullish first in another crypto bull run, if that is what we're going into. Everything does look good right now, but we do have to be aware of how quick the market can change, and that there's very few cryptos that actually are bullish on the daily chart. And right now they haven't confirmed those EMA crossovers and the bullish move yet until we see them hold for a couple of days above all the EMAs. So we're looking good, especially on Ethereum and some of the coins that look like it. But we don't want to get caught in a bull trap, because that could easily happen and we could see another dump in the market. So if there's any coins that I'm not currently covering that you would like me to cover on a weekly basis, leave them in the comments below and let me know your thoughts on the ones that I am covering and the overall state of the crypto market. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.